Hello. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate the ROP chain exploitation. Windows has invented a variety of security features to defeat buffer overflow attacks and other memory corruption attacks. However, there are ways to defeat those security features. So, for example, in this example, we will show how we can defeat the DEP protection. DEP of Windows tries to prevent code from running on data regions such as the stack. However, we can use the ROP chain to exit code after we buffer overflow, the stack. Okay, so let's have a look at how we can do that. So this is my Windows VM, and so to do that, right, and we first want to disable some security features because I just want to show you how we can, defeat the DEP. That's why DEP is turned on, and so because we are going to inject Metasploit generated mirror code. So we need to disable real-time protection because Windows Security Defender will be able to detect such malware code. And this is just demo, right? And so this is necessary. Okay. And so now let's go over all the steps. To make things simple, I'm going to just go over the approach that will automatically generate, our attack script to some extent. Okay, and so let me find it. Yeah, so here is a step one. So in step one, we are going to use a Mona within a Multi debugger to generate the ROP chain for virtualprotect. So virtualprotect can be used to, you know, disable the DP protection for data regions. And in this case, we are going to actually create the ROP chain so that we can use virtualprotect to disable the DP protection for the stack. Okay, so let's first look at how we do that. So we need to first go to Windows VM, then we start a Multi debugger, then we start our vulnerable chat server, and then we are going to use a Mona to generate the ROP chain. Okay, and enter. This will take some time. So during the time, so let's have a look at what is the ROP chain. So this is what the stack looks like. Okay, and so if you want to know the details, you should go ahead and read the whole tutorial. But this is actually takes some time to explain. So I'm not going to actually, you know, explain this. Okay. So you can see it's still running. And I think I will take some time to explain, this stack a little bit. So this is what happens when we actually send the malicious string from Kali VM to Windows VM. You can see here, right? And so here we have something like a pointer to RETN instruction. And so this pointer to RETN instruction will be used to overwrite the return address of the variable function in the TRUN command of VChat. So then you can see here that we have a pointer to virtualprotect. And so basically, right, what we try to do here is, so when RETN gets running, when the variable function exits, okay, you can see here it's a virtualprotect function will run. When it runs, as we know, then here will be the return address of for this function, and here are all the parameters. Okay, and so basically, when the virtual protect is done, right, it's going to run instruction jump ESP. It will jump to the location here, okay, the NLP sled. And we need the NLP sled because the shell code actually needs the NLP sled and some space here as the stack to run some instructions. If you don't have NLP sled here, the shellcode will overwrite itself because it uses the stack, right? The shellcode is on the stack, and the shellcode needs the stack. That's why, the shellcode may overwrite itself. So here we put the NLP sled here to have a, kind of a buffer zone. Okay. So you can see it's still running. And so why it is still running? Let's come to the caddy. I want to show you our actually exploit function. It's within this folder. You can clone the whole GitHub repository, get the code. Oh, it's here. Okay, and so you can see here is the malicious string, right? And we use the TRUN, buffer overflow attack. And here is some padding, right? And here we need to find the RETN address. And so this is not hard to do. We can use Mona to find one. And I chose one that exists in, the dynamic library of VChat. Then here is the ROP chain. So this ROP chain basically will run things here, and then after it's done, the stack will look like this. Okay. So I think our ROP chain is ready. So it's here. Actually, all the data is saved in the folder here. Okay. So actually, I put the folder path here. And so it's here. And we want to actually find, the RP chain for what you protect. So this file contains the RP chain for other functions. So don't confuse yourself, right? And so we want this one. Okay, we want this one, so don't get to the wrong one. And we want the one for, virtual protect. Okay, and so this is C. This is what Python. Python's here. Okay. So if I click this, it's like this, right? Okay, good. And so I'm going to copy this to our script in Python. Okay. So we want to make sure the indent is right. Okay. And then we remove, delete the old one. Let me have a look. So this is good. And this is our, you know, uh, bind shell using MSF value. So I'm using bind shell because I don't want to generate the real shell. Otherwise, every time I have to change, this bind shell here because, to create the reverse shell, right? We have to specify, an IP address. And I think here is everything is right. This is everything is right. Okay, and we save it. So now let me see here. Let's close it. Let's go to here. Okay, so we need to close Emule debugger. Then we go to the command console. And we go to tools, VChat. Okay, let's start VChat. Okay, hope everything will be right. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually create two console. So in one console, right, I'm going to, using the nc command to collect to the bind shell. And in the other one, we need to go to a folder that stores the Python script. Okay, so this is our Python script. Let's do it. Oh, okay. So you see, actually there's an error. So here we have to add B here so that this will return a binary string. So now it's right, I think. And so good. Let me see here. Everything but looks okay. Okay. Okay, after I restarted my Windows VM a few times, finally we got a working ROP chain. That's why in this tutorial, you can see here sometimes, indeed, there were errors. But anyway, if you don't want to debug the errors, then you can just restart the Windows VM until you got a good one. Okay, so let's see the demo. So you can see here, right, I want to clean the screen, and then, so then here we start VChat, and then, okay, so I'm going to first deploy the attack, right, and then we can collect to the bind shell, so everything works.